Ah, what's this then? Rock off. Rock, paper, scissors. I'm going to go for a rock, please. Space to start. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I win. I win. Yes. Anyway, here's some other great rock offs.
Come on, come on, come on! Oh! The rock on which I stand today!
And those were the boys of How Ridiculous showing us how to play rock, paper, scissors. And here's my favourite cartoon of all time, the regular show. It's their pilot episode.
Come on!
Good show! Jolly good show!
Is it now, and welcome to this tutorial on making games using this free web app called Scratch. This week we're going to have a look at doing a rock off, or in English terms, rock, paper, scissors. So let's have a look. By the end of this lesson you will know what a variable is, how to make and store random numbers, and how the decision blocks work. From last lesson we learnt that an event is a trigger, something that makes something start or begin. A sprite is a character in the game. Costume is the look of the sprite, and the sprite can have many costumes. And saving is downloading the game as a file, or logging into the game and it saves everything for you. It's up to you. Right. Vocabulary, just a couple of bits. A variable is something that can change or vary, and random is something that happens by chance, for example a random number. Right, first thing we've got to do, we've got to add these costumes to Scratch and delete his cat costumes. So let's do that. This is me at the Scratch website, scratch.mit.edu. We're going with create, so we've got a brand new game project loaded, and we're going to look at replacing his costumes. So we're going to go straight to costumes, and let's just delete some of these things. Click on the cat, hover over the cat, and I'm going to choose upload and get my scissors in. Huge, and another one, upload, toilet roll, massive, and the last one, I'm going to click on this, go into the library, because I know that there are some rocks in here somewhere, so we'll mix it up a little bit like that. Okay, so I've got my 3 costumes. I'm going to get rid of this initial one as well. So it starts with scissors, down to toilet paper and rock. Okay, so that's the first bit done. So we're going to look at random numbers now. We store a random number between 1 and 3, because there's 3 costumes, in a variable. So we generate the random number once, store it in this variable, and we'll use that variable in the code. So we're going to make a variable called a random number. We're going to choose set my variable to, and then in operations we're going to do the actual random bit. We're going to choose the random block, which says 1 to 10 initially, and then we're going to change the variable name to random number, because it's not going to be set as that to begin with, and then we're going to change the pick random numbers as shown here. So when space is clicked, set my random number variable to whatever comes out of this random of 1 to 3. So let's do that. So in Scratch, we go back to the code, and we're looking for an event or a trigger. We're going with when space is pressed. And we're going to set a variable. So in variables, I'm going to make a variable, call it random number, random number, and then I'm going to choose set variable So set variable 2, and then in operations, so we're going green, get random number. So having done all that, we're going to change this to my random number variable, and we're going to change that so 1, 2, 3 the numbers will be generated. We can quickly test that. So if I do space, just watch this number. If I choose space, it goes 3, 1, 2, 1. Anyway, so that random number's working. Having done that, we are now going to have a look at the decision block. So this if block, we're going to use an equal sign in operations, so that's green, and add the variable as shown. So once we've done that, we'll add it. We'll repeat it for 2 more costumes, but that's what we're looking at the moment. So this new block says if this random number is equal to 1, then go to the first costume, and that's all that does. So in here, I'm going to do an if block. So in control, we're looking for an if. So this is a decision. If, and then I'm going to look for an equals block in here. So equals. So if my variable is in variables, of course, if my variable is equal to 1, because it's just in the first costume this time, equal to 1, then in looks I need to change my costume. So change costume. Where's that one gone? I'm in the wrong bit. That's not looks. In looks. Come on, Spoonfed, you can do this. So switch costume 2, that'll do. Right. So my first costume is scissors. Right. Normally you go back in here and you get the rest of these, get these blocks out again, and yeah, make some changes. I'm going to show you the cool kids way. We're going to duplicate this if block, save a bit of time, so stick that under there. So if my variable equals 2, then switch to the second, that's it, toilet roll, and duplicate again. So duplicate, chuck that underneath there. So if variable equals 3, no, try again. 3, yes, and then the last costume rocks. Okay, I can test that now. So if I press space, nothing happens, nothing happens. Why is that not working? If random number right, it's not my variable. I'm going to leave this in because students make this mistake all the time. Okay, so into variables, we're going with random number. Okay, that's better. And just slightly embarrassing. Let's do this. Come on. Random number, put it in the first one. Okay, so pressing spacebar, it does. It changes. Amateur mistake. Come on. Right, anyway, back to the presentation. Right, so we're going to add instructions to this thing, make it a bit more usable. So from the looks category, you're going to choose this speech bubble saying thinking, and add a wait block, just to give it time to, so this person can read it, and then add another block saying press space to continue. So that's what it looks like. We're going to add this thinking block in, then a wait block, and then this say space to continue. And obviously you can change this once we get the knack of it. Right, in looks, we're going for say, and we'll drop that under there. While we're here, we'll stick another say at the bottom. and a weight, which I think is in here somewhere. Weight. Okay. Oh, there's a better one. Wait for 1 second. Stick that in there. Right, so that one is thinking. For inking. Come on, fingers. 1, 2, 3. Those are the thinking dots. And then here, press space to continue. Press space to continue. And that's the basic game done. It doesn't look all that pretty. Oh, good grief, what's going on here? Press space to continue. Okay, let's have a quick test. So spacebar, press space to continue, thinking, press space to continue. Okay, so that's how this particular game works. Right, back to the presentation. And your task, should you choose to accept it, is to make a themed rock, paper, scissors, something like, you know, Star Wars, Star Trek, something like this. If you can work out what Sheldon's on about rules-wise in this clip, use this idea.
I suggest rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. What? It's very simple. Look, scissors cuts paper, paper covers rock. Rock crushes lizard, lizard poisons Spock. Spock smashes scissors, scissors decapitates lizard, lizard eats paper, paper disproves Spock, Spock vaporizes rock, and as it always has, rock crushes scissors.
Like I said, I've got no idea what's going on with that Sheldon bloke, but he's obviously got an idea. Right, and then name your project. So instead of Untitled, give it a name, and save the file to your computer. Right, as an extension, change this thinking, where he's saying thinking, to a sequence of rock, paper, scissors, like the intro for this video was, and put delays between the words, otherwise they fly past too quickly. Right, and then add a variable to control the wait time between these words. So where you put the delays in between the rock, paper, scissors, maybe instead of putting, I don't know, 1 second or whatever, put a variable in there. Maybe call it delay, and then you can change that variable, because I changed it loads trying to work out what the timing should have been. Anyway.
And they shouldn't be playing that. It's an evil game.
Ooh, an evil game.
Take it easy, Pops. It can't be evil. Can it? Anyway, as always, have a look outside. So long as the weather conditions are allowing it, go outside and enjoy it. Get some sunshine, get some vitamin D. It's good for your immune system, your bones, all that kind of good stuff. And I shall see you in the next video.